It's the love on the south side, yeah, that's right. Reppin' Inglewood, got my hustle tight. From Chi-Town streets where the wind blows fierce, built up like steel, can't nobody pierce.
Hey, 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 hey. Oh, my camera. I was like, why is it looking like that? Hey, this your girl D Love from the South Side, Inglewood for life, Chicago, that is. I know y'all like, where's she been? What's she doing? Why she don't be doing lives like she used to? Hey, life be lifing. If you know, like I know, you gotta get it in where you can get it in at, right? So today I decided to talk about, today is the deadline for to pay your county's property taxes. For those who live in the Chi-Town, those who actually have paid taxes, who have some place to pay taxes to. Yes, I said that. It's due today. It's due today. And for those who have to pay on a scale, I don't know, it's a payment plan, but I went on there this morning and it has. So they say you have to wait until tomorrow if you want to do the payments plan. But you can go in there and click on and it'll give you a alert to let you know about the payment plan. But it's not gonna give you anything until tomorrow because tomorrow you're late. Um, you can also pay. Listen. You can also pay half now, but it does not post to your account for 10 days. So what's on? I don't know what were they working on, right? What were they working on? I was that took them this long, and so when you pay your tax, it doesn't come up automatically. I was confused. I'm like, okay, I paid it now. Why I can't see it? Yeah, they don't want you to be able to. I don't know. I don't know what they did, but my question is to you is how do we how do we survive? You know what I'm saying? We are in survival mode right now. And not only in survival mode, it's cold outside. Have y'all noticed that? But it really wasn't that cold. I went outside today and I was like, okay, it's okay. But I had to pay my taxes today. But then when I look down my block and I see those people who may be seniors, who are the homes are probably it's a lot of vacant houses. Listen, I live in Harvey, and there's a lot of vacant homes out here. And I said to myself, who's paying taxes for these vacancies? I'm just saying. So, but it's going to so let me the thing that they don't tell you is, or we don't talk about, yes, the property taxes are due today. And it came out in June. When I went to the Cook County's tax people in August, they had already told me, they said, oh, you may not be getting your tax bill until first, hopefully before the first of the year. And I was like, oh my gosh. So technically, you really should have saved that money for those taxes. Now, if you didn't, whew, because let me tell you, the next tax bill comes out in February. So if you ain't paid your taxes this one, and then you gotta try to add on to February's bill, I really feel sorry for you because the February bill, because what the bill that came out today, well, the bill that's due today is the 2025 um 2024, excuse me. The laugh has a 2024. Excuse me, I got to do something about that beeping noise. But I can't do it today because I said I was gonna come live so I could talk to y'all. But the one that's coming out in February, that's the one the big chunk comes out in February. The big bill is in February. So you gonna be have to pay catch up. And if you use your debit card to pay, hello, hello. Nice to join us. I said hello. Okay. If you pay your taxes with your credit card or your debit card, like if you pay 600, they charging you $12 fee for that. The even so I wonder, is there a easier or cheaper way to pay your, unless you go downtown to pay your taxes. But could you imagine that bill, that line of people trying to pay that bill in Cook County today? I would just pay the $12. But I'm saying, but I'm just that's a round number. So, hey Dave, how you doing? But if you had to pay more money, if you had to go downtown, yes. So, okay, appreciate it. So, but I can see how it can. That's how it's going to become a hardship for a lot of people because these taxes came out during Christmas. You know what I'm saying? It's Christmas time. And then you turn around in February, have to pay what it would three to $4,000. That's a big chunk of maybe 5 to 6 thousand. I know my uncle who lives in Madison. I remember he said his tax was close to $20,000 a year. I told my son today, I was like, someone was detected at your front door. Sorry, y'all. Um, I told him I don't know how much longer I could stay in Illinois. Real talk. Even though I wanted to run for older person in Chicago in my community, the taxes alone, and you paying taxes on everything. But if you're in Florida or Texas, it's a little different and it make it more um reasonable, I think. But like we get winter here, they get a little winter in Florida, but they get the heat in Florida and Texas. I'm like, I don't know. But yes, Cook County is going to tax the everyday American out of their homes. And even if your home is paid for, you're still going to be taxed out your home because at least if you have a mortgage, they're taking the money out each month for you. So you don't have to try to play catch up because it's already done. But if you're on a fixed income, you better put that money to side every chance you get. Um, and just think about it. If the next tax bill come out in February, guess when the next one come out again? If they do it on time, it would come out in June. So you got 6 months to try to pay that back taxes and pay that current taxes. Because from my understanding, you got 18 months to pay them taxes off, or someone has the right to purchase your taxes. I said, oh hell no. As I said, and so that's the sad part about it is people who someone was detected at your garage. Oh my gosh, and I would like to turn it off, but I can't. Um, but just think about that. Just you we and then listen and don't let's not talk about the April 15th. Then we got to pay our taxes. Turn our taxes in? Man, it's getting rough out here, and jobs are not meeting the everyday person. You know what I'm saying? The person who's trying to make it every day. These jobs ain't paying like that. Mm-mm. So, but there are, but again, they have a payment plan. So if you don't know, they do have a payment plan. So I would suggest if you can't afford your taxes, get on that payment plan. And if you are in the chat, please hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you. And thank you. This is different. Oh, okay. Yeah, so um yes, so that's what's going on. And I just wanted you all to know that if you need to, there are services out here that can help you. They can't help you with your taxes, but they can help you. Like at Thornton Township, they have um, people you can talk to help you with your um. Oh, you have it to help you with your taxes in Cook County. If you need any exemptions, um, that's where if you live in the south suburbs of Cook County, there's a place for you to go. And I'm sure there's one in each of the surrounding communities because if there are credits for you to take, you need to go out and take it. Just don't be paying these money and you don't have to. Mm-mm. So the hardship is going to be hard on people who are really just trying to make it through. And it's unfortunate. So if you know anybody who needs some help, don't be afraid to help them and get the services to them that they need. Sorry, you got to be your own cheerleader. Did y'all hit that like and subscribe button? I know you see it. Heck yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, so other than that, um, anybody else have anything to say? Because remember, our taxes go to help various situations or entities. The taxes go to for the schools, the library, your um, your um, your municipality, your fire department, and all different places. So it's important that you do pay your taxes. But the unfortunate part for where I live in Harvey is that we have a lot of abandoned buildings, not only abandoned homes, buildings, vacant lots that needed to be for years to be turned into a revenue to get back on the tax revenue. But the unfortunate part is we don't have it. And we're just out here just trying to make it in our community. Not that we just want to just be like known as a town that is uh destituted. No, we're not like that's not what we want. We want just responsible government. And and that's the unfortunate part is the people who do not live in our communities all have something to say, but they don't realize that they are hurting themselves because the people in the community don't. To be honest, a lot of people in this community do not follow Facebook, are not on Facebook, not on social media. So when I hear these stories about harm, it really is deaf ears. Just the people on the internet who does not live in the community. I talk to my neighbors, and none of them go to the meetings. None of them even know who the mayor is because one of them I was talking to, they still think it's Kellogg or talking to if it was Kellogg. So that lets you know, oh, they must have never voted. Yeah, in that order. Or they say, we need a change, but they don't want to go to the meetings, the city council meetings, because they're afraid. So what do you tell a resident who is afraid to come to a meeting to speak up? Because when you go to the meeting, it's only so many chairs there, and I'm talking about Harvey, Illinois. And hey, Miss Roxy, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, listen, I have not been on live on YouTube in so long. It's a whole different setup they got going on. But I am here for the moment while I can. Hey, Luna. Hey, Dallas. Miss Dallas is in the house. So I wish that we could get more people to come out to the meetings and do an overflow like they did in Dalton, but they're not coming out. A lot of them are seniors and it's dark outside, and we have a limited police policing. I heard pow pow pows last night, and I said, "Oh well, if I call, who's gonna come?" And I couldn't see where it was coming from, but I never heard a police car come through or sirens. That's the crazy part. To live I feel like we are living in a third world country. Like, 'cause where do they do this at? I appreciate it. Miss Dallas, I appreciate you for liking and subscribing. And I promised that I would do more lives. Um, we're gonna try to go 3 days a week for the most part. Because when I get off work, let me tell you, I be like, I don't want to talk to nobody. I be tired. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So, but I just wanted to talk about Cook County that taxes are due today. If you cannot pay your taxes, still go online and there's a part, it's in red, and you fill out to let them know that you want information on payment plan. Hey, Gardis, how you doing? Okay, I appreciate you, Gardis. Truly, I do. That's my that's my brother from another mother. Yes, so remember, if you cannot pay your taxes, you can always go online and set up for um, to be alerted about, and God bless you too, Miss Dallas, about the payment plan. Cause that payment plan gonna be the life or death for you, let me tell you. Because they was it 15 days? I mean, 18 months if you ain't had that plan paid up. Are you support vegetable? Um, you can somebody can come buy your taxes and take your house. That's crazy. Your house can be paid for, and somebody can take your house just like that. I think that's so unfortunate. So I'm back trying to charge my phone up. But yes, so at least sign up for the alert to get the information about the payment plan. And from my understanding, you can't apply for the payment plan because something going on. It's either my car or anyway, because it's not late yet. So tomorrow your taxes will be late. So remember that your taxes will be late. Oh, okay. That's when you go online and make your payment plan arrangement. Now I don't know what happens if you don't keep up with it. It's Christmas time and all that, but listen, you work too hard and too long. You already have people squatting in your house and can't get them out. And property, I just saw one where the lady in Maryland finally got a squatter out of her home from Airbnb. Imagine that. You trying to make money so you can pay these taxes. It is hard. And I hope the man I would say upstairs, but the man I saw. Oh, you say you saw that? Yeah, girl, I was like, and then there's a video where the lady, she left her stuff and she didn't even come back to get her stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, that is a bit much for me. I'm not sure how I would have been able to handle that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I may end up in jail. I don't know. I feel a certain kind of way. Oh, I see. Okay. I tried this new way. I don't like this way. Next time I come live, I'm going to fix it so I can see the full person. Oh, she just changed her name. Now that you know what they gonna do next, right, Miss Roxy? They gonna make it where when you do Airbnbs, you gonna have to go do a credit check and a background check. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it gonna be safe. But they gonna have to put some safeguards in it because uh that lady paid almost over $2,000 for a month. Sure. That's how she bypassed the background check. But how can you pass? Well, nowadays they got new ways of doing it because I figure if you have a background check and it should be a deal, it should be not that they have enough work to do. You go through the federal background check. She pushed the owner off the ladder. Oh, you talking about when she put that sign in front of the window, on top of her front of her building? That's crazy. That's some crazy work right there. Hey, unknown low, the owner got removed from the Airbnb. Oh, the owner got the lady removed from the Airbnb. Ain't that crazy? Ain't no way. And I thought about like, oh, I need to put the house up and do Airbnb or rent. But the way these people are living right now, I'd be scared to do it. I'd be scared I have to go to jail. Because can you imagine you already got to pay these taxes and you depend on your tenants to pay their portion so you can pay your taxes. If you were to go to jail, she may be your Sally. No, the owner got dropped from the Airbnb. Oh, they said the owner wasn't following the rules. Really? But she got her property back. Listen, I would turn around and just sell that property and find something else to do with my time. You can't, that's crazy. The owner got dropped from the Airbnb. They said he said the owner wasn't following the rules. What rules do I gotta follow if it's my property? I'm just confused. I'm confused. I'm like, if I'm trying to figure out ways to pay my bills, you gotta pay these student loans, you gotta take care of your family. And I got well, how do you say this nicely? I got some ninjas who just gonna take over. So you just gonna take over my sugar honey iced tea and I don't say nothing? Miss Roxy, yeah, that's right. That's nonsense. Who got time for that? Not today. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if I could. Always, my goal was to be a landlord, but I don't know. That takes too much risk. Um, and the crazy part about it is, why everything in the news got to be us in it anyway? They look like us. And just think, It's just crazy. The way we living right now, Miss Roxy, Miss Unknown, is that you want to live off the grid. Now, I don't know if you live off the grid that you don't have to pay taxes. You still got to pay taxes on that land because ain't nothing free. That's how they make their money. They Because they stole the land from the people, and now we got to work for the land. I know the man in the White House on Pennsylvania Avenue. He ain't gonna make no changes, none at all. Only to benefit he, him, and them in that order. Did you see about Rob? Ain't listen. This might have to be a second video, Miss Roxy. His son, unalived him. Where they do that at? You want to say were they were they his natural kids or his adopted kids? I'm just asking. Cause ain't that crazy? And listen, I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm being serious. I gotta I don't want to say how it related, but a person who is they ain't related to me, but they related to somebody close to me, and they were on drugs, and they would want to come stay at the house, and I'll be like, oh no, no, because the drugs that they taking nowadays, that fentanyl, yeah, no, can't come stay here. Listen, and how old was this son? Gee, Louise. Nah, y'all can have that one. Trump said Ronnie suffered from Trump derangement syndrome. I was like, what? Trump said, right? Suffered from Trump derangement. That don't even make no sense, does it? What the hell is he saying? He the one reason why, another reason why our taxes, all these politicians are making our taxes high as shit. I say that respectfully, but I mean that because they done took all that money, paid the immigrants, and gave them a nice life, and now we can't even get. And so now the man in Pennsylvania, you see what he's done now? He has taken. I said taken. This he got a whole list of everyone who qualify as a profession, and the ones who do not qualify for a profession, they kick them off the student loan. Deport them all. That's what balls say. Hello. Hey, Miss Roxy. Oh, his son had mental health issues. 32. Yeah. And a lot of time, Miss Roxy, the folks who have mental health issues are self-medicating. They're self-medicating. I put money on that. Yes. Hey, listen, you can deport them now, but shoot, they got the money and gone. They done had a good life. Hey, 777. How you doing? How you doing? We are in the place to be. Ain't that right? Miss Unknown. But yeah, so the the thing is, how do we get our money back? You know what I'm saying? How do we get some money back? And listen, and when because I heard they trying to give us one of those what's it called, those stipends, those refund checks again. I don't want it. The next time they give out one of those little checks, I would not have, and if they send it to me, I'm gonna send it right back. Cause what I realized is at that last time, that stimulus, yeah, I don't want that stimulus check. Mm-mm. Because you gotta pay taxes on that stimulus check. I thought it was free. Oh, heck you know. Y'all can keep them stimulus checks. And I think that's what I did. One of them I didn't take, and I ended up getting a credit. I'd rather take the credit on my taxes than you give me a stimulus check. I mean, you taking all our money. Where half of us, we all one paycheck, one something away from being homeless. When I see people every day who are homeless and the resources are there's a lot of resources for people who have mental health issues. And so it'll be interesting what Rob Reiner's son, what was he doing for his mental health? Like, was he going to therapy? Was he self-medicating? Um, but I'm pretty sure he was doing something. Definitely. Because you got to, because sometimes when they say they have mental health issues and then they start taking drugs, the medication sometimes can have an effect as if they were on some kind of drug or addiction. But to kill your people, and sometimes he may they may hear voices. I'm like, yeah, that's because they was giving folks. I want listen. You know what I want to Miss Roxy? Were they giving him like they told TMZ they were at their wits end. Nothing was helping. I can see that. But you know what my question is? Did he have ADHD or was he given Ritalin as a kid? Because there's has to be a connection to Ritalin and ADHD in adults who was given that as adults, as children. Man, when I saw that this morning, I was like, I didn't even want to read it. Mm-mm. Hey, if you just walked in this door, hit that like and subscribe button. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. Don't cost you nothing. It was in his bloodline. Was that his? Were they his natural parents? Good question. What if was just entitled because of his parents' wealth? That is a true statement right there. Yeah, that's true. But if it's mental health is for real, right? And hey, that could be a mental health issue, being the entitlement. He's 32 years old. He probably never worked a job. And like so it'd be interesting to know his background. Because at what point did they notice that he had an issue? And he 32? Yeah. This just didn't start like a couple years ago. This, I'm sure, I put money on it, but I've been wrong before that it probably started years ago as a young person. And first of all, is this his natural child? Because they like 70 years, ain't they about 70 years old? Oh, who wants to go like that? That's crazy to me. Crazy. That's a good question, though. I don't like this rectangle look. I'll fix it later. But yeah. So with that being said, I just wanted to come online, talk about the taxes. Didn't we're gonna have to maybe I come, hey, listen, Miss Roxy. Let's see. Or we could talk. Maybe we'll come back on. Maybe I can come back later because it's time to cook. And we could talk about what's going on. Yeah, we can do that. Now, okay. Yeah, I don't mind coming back on regularly to have these kind of conversations. Um, and I gotta get this fired, this smoke detector fix. But anyway, but I'm so glad y'all can join me today. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. And with that being said, I am not going to be with you long. I just want to talk about these property taxes and how it is impacting our communities and how we got to get more homes that back on the roster, the tax roll call, because it can help hopefully offset some of the burden of people who are living in these communities. And again, I don't even know why we have Thornton Township. How they even help them with the community? I don't know. I think all this is a bunch of money grab. What can you say? Well, Miss Roxy and Unknown Load and everyone else is in the chat and Gardens. I'm about to sign off, but I just wanted to jump on and talk about that. But I will, okay, Miss Roxy, so I'm going to come back on. I see there was a meeting today. I got to see there's a meeting today, but I'll come back on this evening. How about that? So we can talk about it, baby. All right. With that being said, I appreciate you and every one of you. I just want to talk about taxes, let you know that what the tax bills, what the website said, you can sign up to get alerts on the payment plan. And the payment plan doesn't start until tomorrow because that's when it's actually late. Well, if you have any questions, anything, just hit your girl up. I'll be back tonight. Promise. And I'll holler at y'all later. Peace, love, and hair grease.